Hi and welcome to the Social Commuter Podcast, marketing podcast keeping you up to date on the go.
With your host, Georgia Smith.
And Eloise Fenwick.
We have a good episode.
We do.
Good amount of updates. I feel like since it's been Christmas and New Year's, all of them I feel like they've come out at once.
Yes.
They've had a couple weeks off with the update people. I feel like they need a name.
The update people.
The update people have had a couple of weeks off and now they are back to hit us with a lot of updates this year.
Yes.
Which is exciting. We have the best couple episodes coming up soon as well, don't we?
Next week is our birthday episode.
It's exciting. And we have a guest coming, our first guest of the year.
Yes.
It's a good start.
It's a good
Jan's
start.
coming in a good way for us in the
It
podcast
is.
world. So let's kick it off with more of a shocking one, is that meta fact checking.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we were discussing this before we started recording. Obviously, if you've not seen, good old Marky Zuckerberg has decided he wanted to like Trump now. They've come back and they've decided they want to be friends. So meta fact checking is now gone. So it's gone from Facebook and it's gone from Instagram. And they are actually recommending more political content now on social media. I know, that's face is the only way to describe it. Yeah. Insane.
What has this world come to?
It's really sad in a way because obviously social media is meant to be a fun place where people can express their opinions, but it also needs to be correct opinions because we've seen so much damage in the past from the wrong opinions that aren't right being shared. So it's a little worry. But an interesting fact is that Google searches for deleting Facebook and Instagram have exploded after they did this. So it could also affect businesses on the way that if downloads drop by a certain amount, it could be a bit. So keep an eye on that. Obviously, it's probably impacts Americans a bit more than us,
Yes,
as
definitely.
usual. But I thought it was quite an explosive one to start the week off.
I know. I don't know I do know what to think about that, to be honest.
Don't
And I'm
like
not
it.
going to express my opinion.
You
but
hold it in.
Yeah.
Just don't want to get sued.
Yeah. My
So true.
first update is Insta have released a what to avoid to get your maximum reach
How
on the
fun's
platform
this? It's helpful of them.
report. It's so good. I've read through it and some of them are actually really interesting. So I will give you a quick brief overview. Some main things to avoid are watermarks. We already know this obviously on Reels. Don't just save down from TikTok and post straight onto Instagram because you'll have the TikTok watermark and obviously Instagram are not going to like that.
I did that the other day with ours on Social Commuter and we didn't have a watermark. I was meant to tell you.
You
I don't know.
didn't. You didn't just save it down.
I saved it from
saved
our
from TikTok
TikTok
and
and
posted
there was
straight onto
no
Instagram.
watermark at all. And I was like, oh, yeah. Fun fact,
That is
check out our
bizarre.
Instagram and you can see the video. I was really confused.
Did you not have to put it through like Snaptic or something?
No, see, that's what we normally do. We put
Yeah.
it through like an external software, but for once I didn't. And I thought, have we missed something? So it could have just been a
Wow.
one-off. I could have been quite lucky, but yeah. Fun fact for you there. Avoid watermarks
Slay.
though. They don't like it.
Yeah. Reposting content you didn't make, obviously. So basically, Instagram can see if you're posting content that's already been on the platform,
Yeah.
and they only recommend one version of the content. So even if you're like reusing your own content that you've already posted, just don't do that. Like make
Yeah.
a new version of it, make a remix of it or something. Don't
Yeah,
just
okay.
post the same thing.
Yeah.
This one was interesting. Reels over 90 seconds.
Good or bad? Bad.
Bad. Avoid.
It doesn't shock me that much.
Because do you remember when they were bringing out the 3-minute long videos and they
Yeah.
were like, post 3-minute long videos, everyone loves them.
No one
But
loves them.
apparently now, the optimum is between 30 seconds and 90 seconds long.
Yeah.
So avoid reels over 90 seconds. And then also, last thing, avoid engagement bait. Which a lot of people do on social media to get views, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like, how I changed my life around in like 1 week, that kind of thing.
Like this one
They
thing
can
transformed
detect that it's
me.
engagement bait and
Yeah.
they won't recommend it.
Interesting.
Because that is what a lot of people do to grow.
Oh yeah, especially on Reels. You know, if you're doing a Reel and you're like, this one thing made me a multi-millionaire, but it wasn't, was it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's good they're cracking down on that as well.
Yeah, I agree.
The clickbait reality of our generation now.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd share a really fun article I was reading about the other day, which is quite interesting, and you actually found this quite interesting, is that millennials have overtaken Gen Z in social shopping on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
To me, this is crazy.
You would think that Gen Z do a lot of, TikTok shop's huge for us. But after I thought it through, my mum, she loves a TikTok shop.
Yeah.
My older cousins that are millennials, they love a TikTok shop, especially Instagram shop. So I get it from an extent,
Yeah,
but I thought...
mums are always looking for a bargain at the end of the day.
So true.
And I think these platforms do provide that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we wouldn't necessarily expect, like, even just that generation to technically be on TikTok as much as
it's nuts.
younger people.
Apparently, if you're a business and you're aiming at millennials, possibly consider a bit of a TikTok shop for your business.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I've noticed it a lot. So for all my clients, even if they're millennials, I say do an Instagram shop and a TikTok shop. It doesn't cost you really much, so it's just the sake of your time. And now it's nice to know that my advice is correct.
Yeah.
And we're not just trusting my gut.
That's fantastic. What a funny, like, turn of events.
It is. They mix it up a bit.
Wow.
Millennials surprising us.
I know. Honestly, that's the update of the week for me. I'm shocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Interesting.
My next one is TikTok have done their 2025 forecast report. This is themed Brand Chem, which is quite fun. It's like the Sabrina Carpenter kind of reference.
I like that.
I've linked it below, and it's super in-depth. So if you are like taking your job super seriously, want to be completely on all the strategies 2025, this is the document for you.
Never knows.
And it goes through every single thing that they think could be coming up, all the hashtags, that kind of thing.
I'm going to have a nosy at that. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
At least it's linked below because we're just helpful girls. So here's a fun one about YouTube. So they're testing a new option that will automatically clip the most engaged elements of longer form content into shorter bites. I don't see them doing this for free. If they do, I'll be very impressed. Like CapCut does it to an extent with their AI software that we pay for.
Yeah.
But it's a bit interesting. And I guess YouTube will be more accurate because they can see the bits that people have watched the most times and actually paid attention to. So it could be really helpful for all of our creators out there.
What a tool.
Save you a lot of time. Unless they come out and try and charge you £10 a month for it, and then it's just another one of them. But it also could be very helpful. So keep an eye out on YouTube who are being nice people this year.
I like that because YouTube Shorts is the way to go.
YouTube Shorts is.
We've all heard the TikTok drama in the USA that's been honestly going on for about like a year.
Yes, since we started the podcast, it's 100% been a thing. It's insane.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know TikTok could be banned in the USA.
Yeah.
TikTok are now pushing users to this app called Lemon8, which is their sister platform.
Yeah.
Okay, suggestion. Do we think Lemon8 is going to be to get on
Google it
ASAP? Because do you remember the first people that got on TikTok were like Charli D'Amelio and the Hype House people, and they are massive because there was not anyone else to follow, so everybody followed them.
Yeah.
Do you think this is the next opportunity of that?
Well, from what I can see, it seems like it's doing well anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's talking about it. All, when we read it on like social media today, have done some sort of article on it. It looks like a TikTok x Instagram sort of thing. The layout's very similar to Instagram. We'll put it on the screen with like the things. But it's actually the bottom bit, isn't it? Exact same as everything. Much. So it could be something to look at now as creators, maybe.
I might go and download it this
But what's the other one? Blue Sky and Lemonade. They're the ones we have to keep an eye out for now. How interesting that it's shifted so much.
I know.
We're going to have to look. Check it out, though.
Honestly, one of my biggest regrets in life was not getting on TikTok sooner.
Yeah, it is her biggest regret. I've heard it so many times.
I think this might be everyone's opportunity. Just saying. Get on Lemonade.
Don't take a word for it. But
if we can get it in this country, do we think we can?
We'll soon see.
We'll see.
Probably.
We'll
I don't see why they wouldn't. I can get it on Google App Store, so I'm assuming I can get it on App Store.
Yeah.
But another one, sort of to do with TikTok, is the dislike button spotted on TikTok.
Yes.
So I've seen this. It's on my account. It's not on yours though, which is quite interesting.
Not yet, but I might be waiting for an update.
Yeah, you need to update your TikTok. Got to get. Well, it doesn't really make a difference so far. I think it's more for like creators to understand what people are liking, and for the algorithm to understand what you like and what you don't like. It's interesting though. I haven't disliked anything because I would feel so bad physically like disliking a video unless it was something like I really didn't agree with. But it's quite a fun, interesting thing. Yeah,
there's no numbers on it, is there?
No, which is good because I think YouTube obviously has that, and it can be a bit upsetting if someone's got loads of dislikes. So never know.
Fair. I think I'm actually out of updates.
Well, I have one last one, which is quite nice of Meta. I feel like everyone's been quite nice today. We didn't like Meta at the start, but we like them for this. So they plan to increase creator revenue by making affiliate links more visible on Facebook posts, including reels, videos, photos, and texts. Basically helping creators make a bit more money on Facebook, which we were talking about last week, actually.
We were.
We're having a full discussion over like the best way to make money off Facebook, and Meta's come in and apparently is helping out creators, so you can read all about that linked below as well.
I love that.
Perfect. Should we jump into all the fun little trends then?
Yes, let's go for it. Can I start, actually?
You start.
So, if you've been alive recently, you will know this, that there are wildfires in LA right now. And obviously, LA is a massive creator capital, so this is all over TikTok. So we just want to preface this section with, we see loads of content about it, obviously, but that we're sending out all of our thoughts to everyone involved because it's such a nightmare of a situation.
Yeah, it's horrible. So it's good that people are talking about it and they're sharing their stories and supporting each other as well on TikTok, especially, Instagram as well, actually.
Yeah.
You've been seeing...
Honestly, I don't watch the news, but I've seen
she doesn't watch the news. And I was like, how have you heard of it? And you were like, everyone's stories. Paris Hilton's TikTok.
Paris Hilton posted it and Jason Oppenheim.
And that's how she gets her news. But... all of our prayers, of course.
Yeah.
So all of mine this week sort of come over two categories of, what did you call it the other day? Like bringing the older woman vibe to TikTok and like the independent woman. Yeah, apparently that's the vibe I've been
TikTok
bringing to the podcast
Love
for the past 3 weeks.
So
and then a lot of just girl empowerment this year so far. So my first one is one that's a bit hard to describe. So it's a sound that says, my daughter still says, Mummy, can we go on our plane again? And then the sound's like, baby, there's no flights. And it's a jokey one to an extent about talking to like your future daughter. So I come up with an example that's YouTube PG enough. But so if it was like your daughter's coming to you and they're like, why aren't we married to, who's a really hot actor? Let's go Ryan Reynolds. Everyone thinks Ryan Reynolds cute.
Okay.
It's be like, why aren't we married to Ryan Reynolds? And then like the mum's reacting like, baby, I never got the chance. There's little things like that. So it's joking about it. There's so many sounds. The audio itself is trending insanely. So I would definitely check that out. If you've not already seen it on your For You page, search it. Just search the sound and then you'll see loads of examples. Could be fun for businesses to do in its extent.
100%.
Like an apprentice or an intern work experience with like a manager. You could have like that sort of thing with it. It could be quite fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Good sound.
I really like that, actually. Really good trend for businesses.
Yeah.
My next one is quite a good businessy trend. So Wicked has been a thing on TikTok for a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of slowing down, but this new sound's come out, which is like, it's me. And like, I saw Odd Muse do this with Amy, the CEO. Yeah. Love her.
So great.
It was like, nobody can tell who the CEO of this company is. And she's like, it's me. And it's just like really funny, basically, and she really got into it, and it's inspiring. So
I love a bit of Wicked. We were singing it while getting ready today.
I know, yeah.
Just the same, like it's me.
So if you can't find me, yeah,
beautiful.
You love it.
Talking about sounds. So there's a sound at the minute called Denial's a River, not the one that's like the gay one.
Yeah,
not that one. That's actually what the song sang. I'm completely gonna butcher her name now. Dochi, and they're a rapper, they're incredible, and the sound itself's viral. There's dances, people are rapping, because there's a large part of the song that's just like breathing. You've probably not heard of it, and it's like they're trying to talk about having like a panic attack. They go like and then people are like mouthing over to like how fast they breathe, and it's become a trend like how well you can mouth over to the quick breaths.
Like 2025 TikTok.
Yeah, it actually is. But the sounds, I mean, she's great. They're great, and I'm pretty sure it's a very viral sound as well. So check them out.
Cool, love that.
It's fab.
My next one is one that I spoke about last week. It's Tyler Push to Start. This sound is obviously still massive. People doing dance, but also people like making fun of how bad they are at doing the dance.
I can't do it.
It's
I wouldn't
so
even
funny.
try anymore.
So I think, honestly, just take the mic and do a really bad version of the dance, and it's funny and you get views.
Take the mic.
Should we do that? Should we do that next?
Sure. If I get embarrassed on social media, it's hers fault. So another sound is the one that's like, oh my god, my Shayla. And it's actually quite a wholesome one for TikTok, and it's like you know, the swipey ones, the swipey carousels, and it starts with you and like arguing with your brother, and then the next slide is like, but this is who I'm actually arguing with, and it's them as like a kid or something like that. It's really nice. There's loads of them, especially how about you talk about yourself. Yeah, that's a really nice one people have done. So I think it's nice. It's very wholesome for TikTok, which is quite rare, isn't it? Very sweet. So it's a nice sound, and it's a nice trend overall. Yeah, I love that. My last one is Mood for 2025. Yeah. And it's just like a really badass sound normally. It's great. I'm loving everyone 2025ing it.
Yeah.
Today we spent a good 30 minutes in a bookshop reading
Yes,
book blurbs to
Which
be
is
like,
so
what do
odd
we
because we
need?
never used to read. I never used to do art, and all of a sudden 2025's here. I'm like, got my paints out on the table.
It's really weird. We went for drinks
odd.
yesterday and she left to paint and I was like, whoa.
I know, like 11 p.m. at night as well. It
wrong
wasn't
with
even
her?
like it was in the day.
It was so funny. But 2025 is the year of mindfulness, apparently. I'm starting Pilates, so we're really all getting into our mindful era this year. A really nice one I've also seen is Strike a Pose, obviously the Madonna sound. It's girls empowering, sort of like an outfit shot sound. So you start and you strike a pose and then you do like a catwalk one person and then you swap and it's like just a really nice empowering audio and everyone's doing it. I've seen a lot of like daughters doing it with their mums and stuff, which is really nice as well.
Oh, can I add like an idea to that?
Add in.
I think like I love a fit check sound anyway.
Everywhere.
I think like for a business, this is so much fun.
It is fun.
Especially if your business has a uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Do you imagine, like...
I'm pretty sure we have seen a lot of our hostesses do it.
or something.
We went for different approaches then.
Sorry, but like how funny would that be? Or if you
Yeah.
had like a local Tesco's account, because I sometimes see them on TikTok. They did like the spit check in their Tesco uniform. I think that was so funny.
100%. I'm pretty sure I've seen like the Waitrose accounts do them before.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good one in the workplace. If you've got a fun uniform, or even if you've just got a cool badass uniform, do it. And then this is a really nice one, once again, giving my older woman man-eater TikTok for you page at the moment. That don't impress me much, which is always one of our fave songs. It's on the playlist. I called it Mansplain Bad Bee. That was my notes. Basically, it's like another carousel, which are actually doing really well on TikTok at the minute.
Yeah.
But starting with a woman like in her like cute outfits at the bar, and it's like when a guy comes up to me at the bar telling me he's a lawyer, and then the next slide's her like who's like the, what's it called when you become like the director of the law firm? Partner. They're like a partner at the law firm.
Mark Darcy and Bridget Jones.
Yeah. I love that that's what you went for. I was going to say Suits.
Oh yeah, I
Bridget
haven't
Jones,
seen that,
of course. And it's like, you know, she's this really powerful person who's like earns 7 times the amount of him, and she's like, that don't impress me much. And I think it's really nice. And then my final one is You Make the Face, I Make the Sound, which is all over my For You page. Big in England compared to America from what I've gathered. Mm-hmm. I think it's because it's quite embarrassing, and I think Americans like the nice dancers and the funny ones.
And then the UK are just like,
which is pretty self-explanatory. Someone makes the face and the other person makes the sound, but they're normally really funny to watch, and it's just like mind-numbingly stupid, but entertaining, and people like them.
So funny.
So that is it for trends, I believe.
Yeah, who's your creator of the week?
I feel like I'm going for a pattern for creators at the minute. She is
an iconic woman.
Yeah, she's another iconic woman in her. I'm not too sure how old she is, but she's just fab. Like, look at her outfits I've shown you before. She dresses cooler than both of us put together. Like, it's insane. We need to up our fashion. She's called, gonna butcher it again, Matey Galvez. She is a traveller woman. She travels a lot. She travels a lot. Fashion, lifestyle. I wrote incredible. She's just a fab lady, and she has a beautiful family. They go traveling together. She sees the world, and she looks amazing every time she does it. So if you want fashion inspo, no matter your age, check her out, because I mean, I would wear what she wears, and she has, you know, numerous children. I don't. But I would still dress like her. She's incredible. So check her out on Instagram, actually, over TikTok this time.
Wow, nice. Mine's an Instagram creator as well. She's put on TikTok, but I follow on Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
She was my favourite artist 2 years ago. 2 years ago, probably. She's called Talia Stanton. But she just has, like, from when I first followed her account, she's grown her account so much.
I love it.
The quality of content has like catapulted. It's so good. And yeah, I just think if you're like an artist or in any kind of like creative industry, her content is definitely one to use as like a kind of inspiration, because it's so good, so professional. So shout out Talia.
Sounds great. What a good mix we've had today.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I've
and
liked
happy
it.
second full working week of 2025. We're gonna smash it this week.
Are we? I have a crazy week.
Motivation.
So
yes, we are.
You'll see me next week and I'll be like passed out on the sofa. Eloise is forcing me to film. That's the reality of it. But it's going to be a good week. Obviously, make sure you follow and subscribe and check out all the links below for any more information because we can't go through it in crazy amount of detail.
Yeah. Oh, you can follow us. We always forget to say this.
Yes.
You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Blue Sky.
Did we? I didn't know that. There we go, Blue Sky.
At Social Commuter Podcast.
How great. Well, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week for an extra special episode, which is great. Okay. Fab. All right. Bye.